All right, boys, let's have us a talk here about this damn belt machine. Um, I'm kind of to a stopping point until I get a speed control for this thing. I'll tell you what's been going on with this thing. I've been after a speed control for this DC motor for about 2 months now, man. Actually, probably more like 3 months, actually. I ordered a couple of speed controls that I thought were going to be up to the task of running these DC motors. I've got another one over here on this Clipper Blade machine. The machines are pretty much ready to rock, man. I just need a freaking controller for them. The machines are, well, I got one side of this one completed, but to duplicate that for the other side is going to take, well, I've got it somewhere. I don't know what to do with it. Oh, right over here. Here's the other D plate. It's already mocked up. The other wheel. This is already cut and ready to rock and roll. And I've got a bunch of tubing out in the truck to. I can make 20 of these machines right now with the materials. Well, some of the more expensive stuff I don't have in stock, like these D plates. And I think next time I'm gonna go with Brian House's setup. I mean, on everything. I'll probably do. I'll probably do his D plate or his whatever you want to call it, platen deal here. There's a bunch of platens available for that 2x72, which are going to be, man, dude, they have air cooled platens for these things that are like billet machined aluminum, enclosed with a fan motor to keep the fan or the damn platen cool. It's crazy what they got available for these things, and you can water cool or you can. There's so many different things, but what I'm trying to accomplish with this machine is to have something that's going to be heavy duty enough to sling two belts. That's the first thing, man. I put pictures of this thing up as I had it mocked up with both belts in place, and then do it with really heavy duty componentry to where this is just going to go. It's just going to go and go and go and go. I mean, you're going to kill the electric motor before something else goes out. It's going to be a forever kind of deal. Everything can be made out of really good materials, and just the way they have constructed it. I mean, I don't have any bracing in yet, and all this stuff is just tacked in place. You can see I had to cut through that one completely to get up here and tweak this D plate and get it exactly in line with everything. Anyway, okay, so we got a doohickey here. This is going to be your tracking adjustment that does the left or right kind of deal here. And so basically, you just twist this. It's going to turn that carrier up top right there, and it's going way away from us. And you see how crooked the belt's getting. And I mean, that was just like a turn and a half, I think. One, well, not even a full turn. Yeah, and it got way out of whack. All right, anyway, we're back kind of in line there. And then this other one here, of course, she's gonna take your wheel, and it's gonna kind of just flop the bottom of it out or bring the bottom of it back this way to where you can get on top of the crown of this pulley and get straightened up. And you're going to be straightened up on the crown of this pulley, but the crown of that pulley you can use to steer the top of this belt to make sure it stays in line in the middle of your platen. Anywho, that's that giddy up there. That's going to be fully adjustable, and also we're going to have the spring tension on this thing. It is quite hefty. I have, depending on the belt you've got in there, we'll be able to adjust the spring tension. One way would be by just going to a lighter spring. That or maybe just pulling one of the springs out. The only problem with pulling one of the springs out is that it gets kind of sticky a little bit with all the pressure pushing towards on that pulley right there is pushing this whole deal that way, right? This whole inserted shaft here. So you need the spring tension on this side of it to try to overcome the serious kick that it's got in there, but it's really not quite enough. I didn't think it was quite enough spring tension, so I went ahead and put two of them on there. Like I say, it's going to be adjustable, but I wanted a really taut belt on my slick belts. You know what I mean? I wanted to be able to use those for convexing. I'm going to put, I don't know which one of these areas I'm going to use just yet for that. I think I'm going to probably use this top area here. I'm going to build a platen that has a foam piece on the top of it there. to give you, it's going to actually push against the inside of the belt and pull the belt away, but you can see that tension that's in there is probably too much for that. But I can come in and I can actually pull one of these springs out, or maybe I can lighten up both springs. There's like 3 different grades available of the springs, so that'll be tunable depending on what your exact purpose is. But I think if I put that in there, that's going to make a really nice setup for a one of those sponge kind of platens with the graphite tape, so that you can actually get some belt tension out and get a a shape out of it. Right now it's so taut, there's no way you can do that. But I wanted to have this available for really sharp bevel work, Anywho, another deal here is that the shaft size that I'm running out here for that pulley, of course, is a 5/8, so that's the same shaft size as the shaft on this motor. So for you guys that are looking for a single badass freaking 2x48, I can literally come back in here and take some of this bracketry out of the back out of here and mount this motor right there to the side of this thing, and that's where that shaft, where that pulley on it would end up, is right here, driving that bad boy. So a single 2x48 with multiple platens. I'm going to offer a radius platen for this one, a flat platen for this one. The flat platen, I'm wanting to do something with one of the tempered glass situations. It may not be tempered, I don't know. They've got some super hard stuff out there. You just put a metal shelf on both sides of the platen, and dude, you want to talk about smooth, it's going to be smooth. The belt tension that's on this thing, it's going to really keep that belt in line, and or keep it, keep chatter out of it, I think. And then with the glass platen behind it, man, and really suck that glass really up close to the back of that belt, because it's going to be able to it's just going to be more efficient that way, and you're going to get a smoother bevel. I'm even thinking about possibly the glass platen with a sponge backer to give it a little bit of sway. Might be a cool deal. I don't know. Anyway, I knew this was going to be a long video, but guys, what I want to know is if you're looking for I can make this into a 1x42, just by shortening this arm up here a little bit, or changing up the rear arm spec there a little bit, but still get that big badass platen on the front of it with all the different options that gives you. I think this thing, you can make knobs with this thing. You can just sharpen with it. You can use it as a heavy duty grinder, whatever. In a dual configuration, I wanted to build that first, because a single configuration is going to be nothing. This is going to be chopping this off about here and going in with it, and having a little bit more of an extended frame that would go underneath the motor, and just moving the motor from here back to where the shaft is, and in to where the shaft of that is here, broski. That'd be a bad boy right there. Anyway, if you see something that you want me to add, don't tell me you want me to add it if you ain't gonna buy one of these damn things, damn it. But yeah, anyway, if you see something you want me to add, or you want me to try to incorporate, I am planning on building a shelf deal here, or a work bench here that'll be adjustable, so you can do some of the some of the beveling techniques that the knife builder guys do. Just a really adjustable work bench on the front of that, and then be able to run one of these knife do hicker jibbers, one of those type deals, where you can get whatever bevel angle you want with this thing. You just mount your blade to it and adjust it. It's got a whatever. Anyway, I know you guys know what that is. Anyway, so let's talk about it, man. Leave me some suggestions. Thanks, guys.